Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are starting the slow cooker chapter on the channel with making slow cooker bread. Now with this one, it's not only a how-to, but also a should you just because you can. Now with this recipe, I'm trying a simple 50-50 white and wholemeal bread recipe. So in a large bowl, I'm combining 250 grams of white bread flour and 250 grams of wholemeal. But you can do any ratio you wish, or you could just do one or the other. Then you want to add in a pinch of salt and 7 grams of dry active yeast. Then mix in 350 ml of warm water. Then starting either with your hands or a wooden spoon, mix until combined enough to handle, and then knead together. Now like any other bread, you want to knead this on a work surface for around 10 minutes until smooth, springy when pressed. Or if you wish, you can also do this in a stand mixer if you don't mind the extra bit of washing up. Now next you want to shape your dough into a ball. Now this doesn't have to be perfect as it will spread out whilst proofing and cooking. Then place it on a square of baking paper, or one shaped like your slow cooker, and then lower the bread in. Now I did score the top of my loaf, but sadly nothing came of that after cooking. And then place the lid on your slow cooker, set it to high, and cook for 2 hours. Now this would have been an absolutely amazing time-lapse opportunity, but sadly this camera doesn't have a time-lapse setting, and if it did, the batteries probably would have been absolutely destroyed by it. But as the bread cooks, it will take on the shape of your slow cooker, as it does start to spread out and, well, it's a slow cooking process, so it's not going to firm up instantly. Now once your bread has cooked, the sides and the bottom where it touched the sides of the slow cooker should be firm, maybe even slightly crispy, but the top won't be. Now mine was soft, springy and still kinda dough-like, so you can either flip this over and let it cook for a further 30 minutes upside down, or place it in the oven. Now putting it in the oven, in my opinion, completely defeats the idea of doing this in the slow cooker anyway, but that is completely up to you. Now once fully cooked, remove from the slow cooker and let cool before slicing up. Now for me personally, this recipe was a try and see what happens. So my thoughts on this are as is. This is a very good way to make bread, as it takes the proofing out as you are slowly cooking it, so it kind of proofs alongside and you don't have to knock it back, and you don't run the risk of overproofing. Now, I'm not sure what the point of making the bread like this is unless your oven broke. You still need bread in 2 to 3 hours and you don't want to leave the house, but you conveniently have all the ingredients to make bread. But I suppose the slow cooker, low and slow, means you have much less chance of burning your bread as well. But you are also stuck with a odd shaped loaf that's probably not going to fit in your toaster anyway. Now, I may try revisiting this in the future by putting a loaf pan in the slow cooker to see if that can get a nice uniform loaf out of it. But other than that, I'm going to stick with using the oven to make my bread. But anyway, that wraps up this week's video. As always, if you like what you saw, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you're indeed new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.